This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and far. We keeping a foot on the whoop, Neeks. We keeping a foot on the whoop, Neeks. And like the Tibetan master that I am, I'm applying whoop on immediate pressure. Because pressure does what? Heat versus pipe. Let's talk about it. Kawhi Leonard, once again, He Knows Everything can see right through the mama's boy, pure fucking beta supreme and ticket TV. Why are you bringing up Kawhi Leonard? Why are you making it seem like this is Kawhi Leonard's fault when we know damn well Paul George basically nutted it up? Why aren't you talking about Paul George? Why aren't you talking about the fact that Paul George basically did what Paul George always is expected to do, which is not show up when the going gets tough, which is not to lift thy gird and loins up when the moment arises for him to do that. Paul George got done the fuck up. Because Paul George is what a Paul George is. A Rudy fucking poo and a plum brain. A classic fucking Doden or troglodyte. An ultra fucking fanboy with the ultra fucking fanboy rhetoric on the basketball court. Why am I saying this? Because Paul George is a consistency of failure. See, number twos, mama's boy pure fucking beta supremes like this always do this slide to the mouth shit. They always want to get after the number ones. He Knows Everything told you guys Kawhi Leonard is not playing basketball because he has a significant bone-on-bone knee intrusion, man. If you guys know anything about basketball, if there's any asterisk, because in basketball there is asterisks, meaning aberrations to the rule. You can't just judge everything with an iron fist. There are some instances, some situations to where you have to show some level of sympathy. You have to show some level of empathy. You have to show basically what we would say common fucking sense or common sense. But last time I checked, common sense is not very fucking common. And you know what's not very common about this common sense? The actuality, the identity, the association, the verification, the authorization, and what we say the validation of Kawhi Leonard basically being literally almost bone-on-bone knee intrusion. The fact that this is not being respected, the fact that this is not basically being something that is showcased in of itself as what it is, an actual identity that we know can be true, we know can be proven since the San Antonio Spurs days when Greg Popovich was putting them on load management. It's the things that make you say, It's the things that make you say, Why do you think they call it load management? Let me say it again. I don't think no one has ever said that. That's a He Knows Everything term. Watch they run with that shit. Why do you think they call it a load management? You want to know why they call that load management? Because Kawhi Leonard has to be load managed. If Paul George was doing everything in his fiber, everything in his being, everything in his ability to show up and show out, not be a number two that he truly is at his truest and his most properest levels, what you find is Robins will always fail you when they have to take on a leadership mantle. Why do you think Batman never gave the Batman ranks to a Robin? Because he understood very clearly that Robins will fucking fail you. Because Robins have a tendency to be fucking failures. That's the cool part. That's the unadulterated. That's the cut those two tell fashion. So it's not shocking and it's not surprising that a Kawhi Leonard of all motherfucking people has been put in the precarious situations that a Kawhi Leonard's been put in. Because Kawhi Leonard has to suffer what a lot of basketball players don't have to suffer. Kawhi Leonard's unfortunate. I wish he could have broken his leg the way that Paul George broke his fucking leg and come back and still play basketball at a very elite and high level. Paul George was able to come back from that shit. That nasty injury that he had in Team Olympics, a lot of people forget it. It goes past a lot of people's heads. But Paul George set out a significant period of time, man. But Paul George was able to come back. This is not the same case for the Kawhi Leonards of the world. Kawhi Leonard is not that fortunate. Because Kawhi Leonard, every time he steps on the basketball court, you don't know if that's going to be his last time being on the basketball court. So a guy that's worth that much money to a team, a guy that's an asset of that level, a guy that basically is the type of player that he is, you want him to what? Throw away his fucking career? Because you guys feel that he needs to be out there? There's such a thing in basketball, even playoff basketball, that if a player cannot be out there, then don't fucking be out there. It's really that fucking simple. If you cannot be out there, then don't fucking be out there. Because how many times are you going to activate Mamba mentality. Even Kobe. There was moments where Kobe tried mentally to activate Mamba mentality, but physically he couldn't do it. When he had the Achilles injury, you think Mamba mentality was going to stop him? Was going to stop that Achilles injury? No, he had to walk off the fucking basketball court. There's certain things that cause basketball players to not be able to continue. And that is one of those instances. That is one of those situations. That is one of those variations. And that is one of those aspects. So let's not fool ourselves and act as if load management wasn't something that we didn't already fucking know as basketball players. Why are we now using this identity in our mind that this is something brand fucking new? This is something brand spanking new. When we know in actuality, Kawhi Leonard's been dealing with this shit for an eon period of time. But he's going to get the blame? When Paul George was the one that had the ability, supposedly? I thought Paul George was on Kawhi Leonard's level, you mama's boy, pure fucking beta supreme. Why are you getting on Kawhi now? See, this is what happens to whiff wafflers. 50-50 motherfuckers. Wayward motherfuckers. These motherfuckers that talk too sideways out of their mouths. They don't know where they stand on any fucking thing. Let alone, they don't understand what standards are of being basically half-truth motherfuckers. Being this 50-50 nonsense. We told you guys about 50-50. If you get 50% of yourself, then you get 50% of shit. But there's no such thing. It's either 100 or fucking 0. Because half-truths, when it's all said and done, are lies. And this is what the mama's boy pure fucking beta supreme is giving you guys. Lies that begets lies, that begets lies, that begets lies, and that are on top of fucking lies. Because when it's all said and done, Paul George is not on Kawhi Leonard's level. Because if he was, there was no way that the Los Angeles Clippers would have folded the way they did in this fucking series. That's the cold party. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat of fashion. Leave it to Paul George to always screw that bitch up in garbage time situations. Because that's what he is, a failure. And when it's all said and done, Maya Angelou said it best. When a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them. So once a failure, always a failure. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.